It's so great to have all you guys back here. Amazing work yesterday. Just so great to see everyone. It is amazing. I mean, you're so committed to this process and to the work that you're doing that we worked you hard yesterday. I don't know what time you went to bed last night, but I think my head hit the pillow. I was asleep before I hit the pillow. And woke up this morning at about 6:30. Whoop, here we go. And I'm sure you had a similar because it was good hard work yesterday. I think we used a lot of glucose to make those brain cells work all day. And so excited that you're back again today to make it happen again. We've got a lot more work to do. Just a special thanks to the facilitators that were so helpful yesterday. Can you guys just raise your hands all the way around? This is great work. I really, they without them at the tables, sort of nudging us along and asking those gentle questions that help us keep focused, but also open new doors for us as we go through the process. That's so important. So today we do a lot of work on our stakeholder mapping, and to that point, I think I have a couple of comments from yesterday. And so really, what did we hear from some of our leadership yesterday, and what did I hear from all of you? You know, the Secretary of Transportation, Sue Minturn, her photo essay yesterday, I don't know if you all felt it, but that really brought it back into space. Those photos, the great song, that really said, oh yeah, right, this is why we're here, and this can happen in a moment. And it was really important for her to do that. I was so pleased about that moment in our work yesterday. And then Kim Stevens, the Executive Director of the Partnership for Water Sustainability, which I think is just a cool name, and from British Columbia, he really helped us think a lot about how everything builds out from education. It was really about enabling folks rather than prescribing. Because when you're prescribed, you're fixing a very narrow something. When you're enabling, you're building a momentum that really is empowering all of us around us to get this work done. I think that was a great message, and Kim, thanks for joining us again this morning as a resource and inspiration.
My pleasure.
And then we had the Secretary of the Interior, Sally Jewell, here. She had great enthusiasm for your work. I had the opportunity as I walked around the Leahy Center, she was just peppering me with questions about what this world is doing and what you guys are doing and the leadership that's going on up here. Just fascinated. And so while she told us a great story that for me as a birder was really important because she talked about Cape May and the enthusiasm of the world there, just jumping on and saying, we got to get that sand back because these horseshoe crabs are going to show up, and if the horseshoe crabs can't do what they need to do, the migrating birds can't do what they need to do, and the system starts to collapse. I bet you that as she moves through her time ahead, we're going to be one of her stories going forward. Because she spent the time here to understand what we're doing, understand this place. So you should all know that I bet you, if you follow her game, that she's going to be talking about this place in Vermont and what they're doing up there. In the report outs, I heard a lot of things. But as an educator, and maybe this is my bias, I heard a lot of about education, which for me was really interesting. Because on the one end, we're here together to really figure out a lot of the details of the projects that we're working on. But I also heard folks use words all the time, like we need broader outreach. We need outreach and more outreach. We need to do surveys. We have to manage social media. We got to get into our publicity. We got to use, I thought this was really interesting, we got to use the process of mitigation as an educational tool. And I was fascinated because this word kept coming up and it really went back to what Kim Stevens was talking about. And quite frankly, from all of us here at ECHO, I'm very pleased that that is starting to rise because I think the process of moving the whole culture of Vermont forward and the whole culture of the Lake Champlain Basin will be about enabling all of us and the education that goes on around that. And to all of you, this is an educational institution, ECHO and the Leahy Center. And so I want to reach out to you and offer to you if there's anything that we can do as you're beginning to think about that educational strategies. That's kind of what we do here for a living. If there's anything we can do to help you pursue some of that, let us know. We'd love to help you. So for today, overview for day 2, what are we doing today? So we're going to do some community asset mapping. We're going to understand our stakeholders and leverage the best assets of our community to overcome some of the barriers and then build success. We're also going to build engagement strategies. And finally, we're going to build an action and deployment plans. Got a little more work to do today. I know we came far yesterday. Stick with us here. We're getting to the end. So good luck today. Appreciate once again you're back here Saturday morning early. I walked in about 7:45. The room was already had 20 people here going, I know these people show up, Steve. It's 7:30 on Saturday morning. I know the breakfast is good, but so congratulations to all of you for that hard work of being right out this morning. At this point, I'd love to introduce the state climatologist, Lesley Ann Buquinier-Giroux. Lesley Ann, why don't you join us? Did I do all right on that? I got